Good morning and welcome to the Big Shave with me, Steve Farragher. It's Friday the 24th of February and I got told off yesterday on the Facebook group by someone who said I did promise 3 videos this week and I've only done one, so this is the second one. I'm gonna do one tonight actually. I'm gonna do something a little bit different tonight, I think. I've got the time, but if not I'll do one early tomorrow morning. So what's been happening? Well, loads actually. I have just come back from BBC Radio Merseyside about 5 minutes ago. What basically happens, if you don't know about me, my name's Steve Farragher. I live in Liverpool. I live in a place called Kensington in Liverpool, which is a slightly deprived area. Interesting place to live, interesting people. And what I do is I do a couple of jobs really. I work for the local housing association as a digital inclusion officer. Talk a little bit about that in a minute. And second thing I do is I run a community radio station, one of the directors of it. And it's my day off today for my housing association, so guess what I'm doing? Yeah, I'm going to be in the radio station. I'm probably going to be on. But as a coincidence as well, I also do some work. I suppose I could edit that bit out, couldn't I, really, but I won't. I thought it was postman, it was a parcel for me, but it obviously wasn't. So I also work for Radio Merseyside. You know, it's free, I don't get paid for it. I go in once a month and I do a newspaper review on a breakfast programme. So if you want to listen to that, you can go to bbc.co.uk/Liverpool and look at the Tony Snell show, and I'm on, you can listen again. I'm on today, 24th of February. And I'm on about 7:15 and I'm on about 10 to 8. Okay, so shaving. Going back to a little bit about traditional stuff. This is the Suds Law. Let's get the label. It was still on eBay. The local Whittle, which is near Liverpool, company, handmade soap company. They're still on, but they don't seem to have any stock, and I don't know what's happened. So I'm recommending it, and I'm not like being able to, you know, people aren't able to buy it. This is the carrot. It's all made with goat's milk and it's fantastic. It doesn't make a very rich lather, but it makes a very lubricating lather, which means, you know, you always get a good shave with it. So you load up from the tub. You see the tub's got a big hole in it because I cut some off and sent some to Mark Blight. And then you basically lather up with it. It looks a bit weedy to begin with, but you've got to really work the lather. But it's great on the skin. It leaves your skin feeling lovely. And I don't know why they're not making it anymore. It's a bit of a shame, really. I bought all 4 varieties and I was very impressed with all of it. But I particularly like the carrot, and they do one with menthol as well. So when I say it's not very good, the soap, it's actually quite good. Look at that. It's quite rich and creamy. So I haven't used this for a while. Had a few requests from people to say, you know, why don't you try some different soaps and that. So different soap that we haven't used for a while. Let that settle a bit. But also this last week, even though I've not been videoing it, I've gone back to the Vision to try and see if I can get to grips with it. I think I'm nearly there. Couple of things about it. One is this has got a fairly low caliber blade in it. It's got a laser, which is a cheap cheap branded blade from a local pharmacy. Works okay. I think the thing about it is you've got to open it up. Anything less than the full opening setting, it doesn't really work very well. The weight's wasted in it. It's too heavy if it's too mild, if you get what I'm saying. And it has a really weird system of changing the gap. Basically, you've got the Solingen maker. If you can see it, you can't see it, can you? And you twist and you go to the dots. Now the problem is with it, if you have it turned right down to 0 or N, the N of Vision, it's actually, there's no gap at all. And I thought it was misadjusted, but actually I think that's the setting that you use for carrying it around, so you can't damage the blade or cut yourself. But I've been using it fully opened, and it's been okay. It's not fancy. It's not the future. But if you see, it's got a butterfly top to it. It's a lovely mechanism. It looks great, mechanically speaking. It's a bit off-put when you're shaving it. You see all this mechanism. The future head's quite enclosed, so I've been using that. Not going to use this today, but I did get a bottle of it in the post. This is The Great Smell of Brute. If you all remember, if you're British, you remember Henry Cooper, Kevin Keegan in the 1970s. And there is like an olfactory trick down memory lane. You get a sort of blast of the 70s. Everyone like covered in the aftershave and covered in the deodorant. What I'm using today, I'm not going to put any aftershave on the end of it because I'm using this Alpa. This is stuff Adam Massey sent me from the Czech Republic, and it's Lily of the Valley. I couldn't work out what the flavour was, what the smell was. It's Kombulinka. That must be Czech for Lily of the Valley. It's great stuff. It's not a massive bottle. We might be bringing this to the Big Shaves repertoire on eBay. So see what happens. But it's very good stuff. Whatever happens, we're going to be selling it cheaper than people are selling it at the moment. I'm not sure what the price is yet, but it's I'll talk a little bit about what it feels like in a second. Okay, so let's lather up. Been a bit dismissive of this soap, Sod's Law soap actually, but it actually is quite rich. I think the first couple of times I used it was too wet. Okay, so the first lather up, wet the razor, and back to basics, folks, because I think, you know, every time it might get a bit boring for people, but the way you shave is with the grain, across the grain, and then up against the grain. And if it's too much doing all three, just do the first two. Don't go against the grain unless you feel, you feel you're doing it right. If it starts irritating, stop. Don't spend too much time on the one spot. And this is a third shade blade, isn't it? It's working really well. This is a laser blade from Wilkinson's. It's not a pharmacy, it's more of just a general store in Britain. There's a bit of tug on it, but not much. Probably because it's not wet. Okay, so we're going with the growth. I know some people are a bit critical of the long strokes that I use, but it's you don't get any irritation because you're not digging into the skin. Okay, so that's the first pass. Lather up. Let's give it a good lather. And then we're going across the growth. Which in my case is sort of that way, 45-degree angle. Everyone's bead's different, by the way, folks, so don't just copy me. You just gotta find your own growth pattern. And then I go across the jaw and then down the neck. Across the jaw. It's quite gratifying actually, because I've been looking through some of the comments and there's probably at least half a dozen people who've used the 3-pass method and it's actually solved the shaving problem. I'm not going for a really close shave today. I'm just gonna do a bit of checking on the last. So this last pass is down the jawline. It's quite noisy as well, the vision. I'm going to persevere with the vision for a few more weeks and just see whether it grows on me. Okay, I'm just sorting out the neck now. There's two little patches under my neck that always need a little bit of extra work. I'm not going to do any more shaved on that neck now, and it'll irritate. And we're going up the face, so going northwards this time. I'm actually getting I'm actually handling it better. I think this massive thing on the end, this blob on the end, is supposed to be there to grab hold of, but it actually gets in the way. But I think you've got to use it as a sort of a balance. Don't grab it. Basically, it's fingertips again. Okay, that's not brilliantly close, but it's good enough for me. Wash the soap off. Put the lid on. And then we're on with the Alpa. Now, Alpa, Kombulinka, Lily of the Valley. There's at least three varieties of this, probably more. And it smells absolutely gorgeous. It does smell gorgeous. it's got, well, it smells a lily of the valley, but you know, it's got a slight mentholy, minty, but your face starts to glow. It gives the skin a real nice feeling. It's not burning, it's just invigorating is the right word. We should find out what invigorating is in Czech, shouldn't we really? Because that's the word. We should tell Alpa to put it on their advertising. Hoarding. Okay, so that's not incredibly close enough. But you can see there's no nicks as well. There's no irritation at all. Feels great. Ready to start the day. I forgot the cream. Oh no, I haven't. So we're using, because we've got quite a smelly cologne on, I'm going to use Arco. Now, the cologne's starting to work now. This is minutes later. As it evaporates, whatever's in there starts to be absorbed by the skin. The skin starts to feel really fresh. We're using the Arco moisturising cream. I wouldn't use the Tibet because there's too many smells. That's why I'm not putting the aftershave on. I don't need any smell on top of this Lily of the Valley. And I like to put the moisturising cream all over. And there you go, we're nearly done. I was going to say a little bit about there's some videos you've just been put on my YouTube channel, which is, these videos are interviews with people who I've worked with on the digital inclusion project, and watch them because they're really interesting. The people 4 months ago never touched computers, didn't want to get involved with computers, and 4 months later, I think it's about 3 months later, they're well into it, and they're all sort of older people. They're all sort of from sort of 55 upwards, and it just shows you're never too late to learn. And the thing that I like about this group is they're so enthusiastic, and there's so much about confidence in the group, general confidence, not just confidence about computers, that it's astounding really. There's Dave and Billy, a couple of Billys, a couple of Johns, and it's fantastic. I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to promise another video sometime today. I'm going to do it tonight actually. It's not really a shaving video, it's something else, but you'll have to tune in to find out what that is, won't you? So it's goodbye from me, Steve, before I get on the big shave. The camera's not staying upright, and look forward to seeing you all again, and look forward to all the comments. Love the comments, and don't forget the Facebook group. Ta-da.